much time left. 1:15 to go in the third period. Ahcan off. Oh, and now penalties away from the puck. You've got that Sim putting Ahcan in a headlock. So, you don't want to, like you said, you don't want to cross the line here at the end in a meaningless situation and do something that could affect your availability for this all-important game 5. Bezeau's just standing his ground with Pezzetta. McCown's got a man, that's Johnson. It was originally Ahcan and Sim that were converged. And wrestling matches are ongoing here. Looks like Pezzetta and Bezeau really would like to fight. Well, the linespersons allow them to. It does not appear so. And so, Pezzetta got a cheap one in.
Yeah, he didn't drop him until the linesman came in, and then he dropped him, and then he starts throwing him. He doesn't want anything to do with Bezeau. He's had his chances throughout the series.
What a toughie, huh? Gets the helmet off, shakes off the elbow pad once there's two striped guys right in the mix.
Riley's challenged him a number of times this series.
So now Roman, I believe even having a word with the fans there behind the Monsters bench. Pezzetta's done. Looks like Bezeau, Bezeau, some words for the Toronto bench. And he'll head down the tunnel. Well, 1:11 to go in the third period. It's a disappointing result for Cleveland here tonight, but it's a reminder that absolutely nothing comes easily in the playoffs.
No game is easily won, so you have to be ready each and every night. You can't look ahead.
Some things to really appreciate about tonight's performance for Cleveland, though. 37 more shots. It's pretty impressive. The Monsters finally allow 20-plus shots in a game in this series, but near misses. There were times in the game, that Belluz crossbar, right? The breakaway for Putin. If any of those things go in, at the point it was 1-0, 2-0, would have changed the entire game. Sometimes the bounces happen for you, sometimes they don't. But again, the toughest part is to do what Trent just says over and over again when you ask him, and that is just keep going. Have faith in what took you to this point in the season, the game plan that's put together, the work you've done to master your systems. You cannot change it just because things aren't working on a given game.
Yeah, you have to stick with it. You got to get back on the same horse on Sunday and play your game.
So as they sort out this late regulation scuffle, we know that Ahcan and Bezeau are done for the night. Pezzetta's done for the night. Looks like we're going to get back to the final 71 seconds here. But Toronto, again, let's just doff our caps to the Marlies, who are a proud group led by a real rock-solid coach in John Gruden. And they want to have a duel. Not at high noon, but at 3 p.m. back on Sunday.
Not many teams pack it in and don't give a fight.
You had to wonder a little bit after game 3, but elimination and close to elimination are two different situations to find yourself in. And Toronto really was sharp, razor sharp in this game. Face-off controlled by Cleveland. Belluz fires, he scores. Luca Belluz with a late power play goal at 18:59 to make it 5-2. That is his first of the playoffs.
Yes, and that hopefully Jack Williams and Luca will be going now after tonight. Get those goose eggs out of the way. That'll give them a boost.
Williams with 2 points now, a goal and a primary assist on this Belluz tally. At 18:59 on the power play. So Cleveland, Belluz, I don't know where he found a hole on Ahcan, but
and
he
a
did.
Power play goal too that helps.
Monsters 1 for 6 on the power play. Now behind the net, this is Aston Reese. We're inside the final minute. Oh, and a penalty. As it's Pinelli that took one, and now watch out. Things are popping off. This helps no one.
Tverberg just cross-checked Sillinger from behind. Someone's got to grab him right now. Pull him out. There we go.
Tverberg and Sillinger. There we go. And
Owen
Owen says, you want it, you got it. Oh, what an uppercut
Didn't want to drop his gloves.
Oh, Sillinger just washing his hands of that. That was one for the ring for Owen Sillinger right there.
Might have to go to the tent for that one.
Woo. These are two proud teams, but Toronto, you want to start something. There are many guys that can finish wearing white. Let's take a look here at Owen Sillinger. Well, so here's what sparked it. So
Pinelli gets the first one, and then Silly goes in to protect him, and then Tverberg comes in and vicious cross check.
Well, watch this. Sillinger pops up. He turns around. Who did it? Takes one look at Tverberg. He knew. Grabs a hold of him. There's one. There's an overhand. Tverberg down, back up, getting ragdolled. That stinging left and the crushing uppercut right. TKO for Owen Sillinger.
Yeah.
Just does a little bit of everything.
Sometimes it's good for. That's what hockey's a little different now. Before, if you go in there pretending, you have to fight.
Right.
Now you can't go in. Here you can go in and pretend, but he wasn't able to pretend that time.
Yeah, that masquerade only goes on so long. So the benches are a little thinner, and 49 and 8/10 seconds remain in regulation here. Toronto will force Game 5. So, folks, Sunday at 3, it's a winner-take-all Game 5 in Cleveland when the Monsters host the Marlies, and we need you to pack Rocket Arena for the biggest game of the season. Get your tickets now at clevelandmonsters.com. The North Division Finals are presented by 1010, and they will be going the distance. Sunday, 3 p.m. And it'll be a long bus ride home tomorrow for the Monsters to think it over, to ruminate.
Yeah, get ready for Sunday.
To feel the anger, to let it go, and to get back to business. So again, that's Sunday, 3 p.m., winner take all, Monsters Marlies. We want you to get your tickets at clevelandmonsters.com so you can be there in person to enjoy the most dramatic situation that the playoffs have to offer. The lone exception being overtime in an elimination game for both teams. But, man, it is what these players look forward to all year, the added pressure. I talked to Hudson Fasching about it this morning. I asked him what he loved, as you heard in the first intermission, what he loves about playoff hockey. And he says that every single thing you do with the puck, every pass you make, every decision you make, there's weight to it. And so you just feel that pressure, and for athletes, that's what you crave, right? To feel that.
Yeah, competition. This is competition at the highest level, and this is what guys enjoy.